Hi scrapbookers, I'm back and I am continuing in my series about how to make a tribute scrapbook. And so what I've done is I've grabbed some things that were written by my father-in-law, and then I've added pictures that relate to what he's writing, and we're going to make some quick scrapbook pages, I hope. So let's see how fast I can do them. Okay, so the first story is about his favorite dog, Flossy, and I think he talked about the day she died. Or actually, this was from a different family member sending a letter to him about it. This is a picture of my son with the dog. It's the only picture of that dog that I have. So that was his favorite puppy. So let's get started. So this is the book. And I'm continuing to work on that. I am running out of time, and so I feel like there's a lot of other things that I need to do before the service, so I'm kind of weighing like how much time do I want to devote to this versus how much time do I want to devote to other things that need to be done. So probably, like, if I had to just bring this to the memorial, it could probably go just as is, and it would be just fine. So anything really I can do in the meantime to beef up this, it will help. Oh, a couple things. So I was over at my mother-in-law's last night, and this is my husband's eulogy, so I want to put that I definitely want to make a scrapbook of that, and we got these printed up. So I thought those looked really great, and I wanted to probably include them in this album, like as something in the beginning of the album. And so I'm not exactly sure how I want that to look, but let's just grab a page protector. And what I'm thinking is, so I'm grabbing a page protector that is 8.5 by 11, like this. And then I don't know how this will happen, but if I could just get these two kind of in here this way, and then I don't really want to, like, what I'm thinking is I could cut off the page protector like this so that you can see it this way, and then open it up and you could see the other parts on the other side. If I had some double stick tape, I think that's the best way to adhere that. I also am hopefully over my problem with the length of the videos, because I got some extra storage space last night that what I paid for. So hopefully that's going to clear up the problem. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, so I found the double stick tape, and this is what I'm thinking, that it will go like a very small amount on the tops and bottoms of each of these cards on just the back. So it's going to look like this way, and then this way, or do we like it the opposite way? I think I do. Like it like that better. I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter a ton. And I'm just going to slide that in, and hopefully that little piece of tape, just a very small amount of tape that will just hold it in place in the page protector. So this can just be an unembellished bit, and let's just cut it right here. And what I found with using page protectors in my guillotine style cutter is it doesn't always cut them as cleanly as I wanted, so it's not perfect, but I don't know how much you can see that. Oh, I was gonna I brought a light over in that little break that I just did, and then I forgot all about it. Hold on just a sec. Okay, I think that made the light a little bit better. I hope it did. I'm still getting back into my groove of making these scrapbook videos. I am going to put a little bit of tape on the backs of each of those at the top, just so they're not wiggling all around in the album. But I used to have, I think, my lighting system down really well, and for some reason I just don't exactly remember how that went, so I'm trying to figure out my best lighting situation in here. So there we go. It feels a little too floppy. Yes, it does. What am I going to do about this? How about just at the top here, I can do a washi tape that's going to close this up and hopefully prevent it from wobbling all over the place. Let's just try this. I don't think that's going to do it. Well, let's see though. The nice thing about washi tape is that if it doesn't work, it's easy to remove it and then do something else. So I feel like the commitment is not great. Which is, you do want to pick it and stick it, you know, so commitment is good, a good thing to do in the creative process. But it's also nice to know that it's not permanent, which is why I think there's a beautiful book over next door at my mother-in-law's that is supposed to be like, kind of like the guest book for the funeral. And you're supposed to write directly into it. And I've just been procrastinating that all day long because I'm so afraid that I'm going to get over there and then get it wrong, or my handwriting isn't going to be nice. And so I think that's okay. I guess if I really wanted to, I could sew right here. But I don't think that's going to be necessary. And I also don't want to damage those little cards in any way. I think that'll be fine. Ta-da. So like a little opener. I think you can see that, right? Okay. So let's make a page. That's what we were going to do. So I've uploaded some of the videos already, and the worst comment that I got was, "I can't hear you," and so I hope you can hear me. Yes, I do walk across the room sometimes, so I expect that you won't always be able to hear me when I'm doing that, but you should be able to hear me right now. So if you can't hear me right now, let me know. Because I'm pretty close to where the microphone thing is, I think. So I'm just cutting down this letter. This was an email. Oh, this is when, yeah. So, I kind of want to keep this date and who it's to, but I'm not sure I want to. So what can I do? I want to make the picture a little bit smaller. Not a ton smaller, but so crop that down a little. Because I want this to fit on an 8.5 by 11 sheet. I think I am going to need to cut this up like this. So if I do want this little bit here, I can just trim that off like this. And the other thing that I've been thinking about as I've been making these pages and saying like, oh, I'm going to make this tribute album in 4 days, is there's so many things that I have not included. So there's a lot of things that I want to include, like family trees and, you know, descriptions of some of the ancestors and that I've been able to discover over time. And I think I'm going to run out of time definitely for that. So what I probably will end up doing is continuing this project even after the memorial, making more pages. So I think what I need to tell myself in this kind of rush time, because it seems like, you know, after he died, we kind of thought, well, let's not have the, memorial service right away. Let's do it in a couple weeks and that'll give us plenty of time. Ha! It didn't, yeah, so I still feel, you know, I could have been working on this the entire time, but there was actually like a lot of other things to do. I got back into the office, you know, the kids went back to school and I'm homeschooling, so that means I went back to school and we, you know, gotten back into a lot of the routine of life that needed to occur. So anyways, okay, that's a lot of talking and not much scrapbook making. So I just need a plain old piece. Let's just use this since it's right here. I think this was a reject from my last one. Okay, it's already 11 wide, so I just have to cut it to 8.5, so that's easy. We're not going to use the side with the circles. This is some old paper. Now, I'm feeling like this isn't all that pretty. Like, at all. I think I'm going to need to trim this down on the bottom. And yes, I could retypeset it. Yes, I could print it again. No, I don't have that much time. So I'm just really trying to work with what I have here. So it's not perfect. That's fine. I made no-bake cookies today, and my son was like, they look all crazy. I'm like, they're not supposed to be perfect. They're supposed to be like all lumpy and gooey and inconsistent. Like me. I think he bought it. But I'm just getting a little. So I'm going to, I don't want to lose the text of this. And again, this document is a copy. It's not the original. But it is a printout of an email. So I would say, here's a little piece of advice. If you have emails that are important, or you think you want to save them and you put them in your Google folder, maybe they'll never be discovered in there. You know, it might be better to, so this does have a date stamp up here. I'm going to leave it just because it does give it context. And let's divide the page up like this. I think I will trim that picture down just a little bit more, like this. Ta-da. So what I have here is kind of determining how I'm going to set this up. So here's Flossy. What are we going to do? Maybe switch those? No, I think this way I like better. Okay, before I overthink it too much, I'm just going to tape it down. Hold on. So I do need to remember, even though I have the extra time, I should probably just go about things as though I don't have the extra time, because I don't actually have a ton of time. You know, I have the extra time on my iPad memory now, but I don't actually have a lot of extra time in terms of when the service is going to be. So it's not like I have, oops, messed that up, all the time in the world to make these things. That's the thing too. I think we put way too much worrying about, like, oh, should we put this here or should we put that there? Whereas if you just think about it, like, if really you're just putting down anything on the page and you're making, you know, you're getting the words and the picture so that people can know, that's all you really need, right? I think so. Flossy. I think. So I say that, but I don't mean it, right? I think I want something more cuter here, like a piece of paper to fill in this space. Let me just look over here real quick. I have some brand new paper. I don't know if any of this will work. New to me paper. I got it on sale at Whimsidoodle. It looks pretty Christmassy, doesn't it? That's not going to help. This is the time where I'm like, listen, I don't practice these. That's cute, huh? I don't practice these videos in advance. I press record and then I start going. So thank you for bearing with me. Alright, none of that's going to work. What are we going to do? But I do like you to see, okay, this is the part where you should think, I can't hear her as well. That's because I'm across the room. But this is kind of the part that I like you to see, is the struggle, so that you can see I'm not just a magical scrapbook fairy and get this stuff done, you know, in 2 seconds. That it really does take a little bit more. I kind of like this. It takes time to figure it all out. So I just used my thumbnail there to mark where I should cut the paper. Now I've lost it. Sometimes that works really well. It didn't work so well there. Hold on. Okay, so I'm just lining it up, and then, yeah, I just need to make more of an imprint there. I don't know if I'm getting older or not, but I can't really see that. In my old scrapbooking room, it seemed like when I did that, I would get it every time. perfectly. I'm getting old, people. We all are. Okay. Let's see, so. And this isn't really, you know, a themed piece of paper. It's just something that kind of is a subtle pattern that goes with that gray on the back. So that's why I picked it. Plus, I'm trying to do this in a short amount of time. Plus, yeah, it was there. I have a bin that's real close by with a bunch of papers in it in no particular order. I think they were in some kind of order once upon a time, and I'll probably get back to that. And yes, I do have kits all made up and that sort of thing. But I find a lot of times I just like a whole, does that look straight? Oh, Kathy Zolski would have a fit. Probably it doesn't. We're gonna leave it. Alright. So now I want something to go across this little space. Let's see if this will work. Yes, but the yellows are super clashy. Do we care? Let's not care. I don't know. I think I do care a little bit. Oh, actually, it felt like it stuck. So let's not care. I was almost gonna care. Okay. Now what? Okay. We've got the little doggy I feel like everyone is gonna have a designed cow over this. That just doesn't seem right at all, does it? But it kind of points to the subject line, and then the little face points to Flossy. So yeah, I'm gonna put it in there anyways. And then I'm also gonna put one up here just to cover up this stupid looking part of the photograph that's a table, and that kind of points you downward. Is it my best design ever? Oh no, it's not. It's completely crazy. Let's see if we can find a short little okay, there's this little tabby thing. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing, people. No, I don't. It's not even straight. It's stuck, though. So there you go. Oh my gosh. And then I made the ugliest scrapbook page known to man. No. Alright, let's see. Yeah, this is just... Oh, this is the worst. Okay. It's still the worst, but at this point I'm like kind of committed to the craziness here. Okay, just one heart down there. We'll save the other heart for another layout, because I do have another layout in mind for this little, this stuff. Do I want to put Flossy's name on there? Am I embarrassed about how long this is going? Yes, I am. I'm ashamed and embarrassed. let's see. Can we do anything else to this to make it... No, stop. Stop. Okay. So the context that I want to add is, because this really doesn't tell, but so I want to write Flossy in small little letters. Need to get those. Flossy, Flossy, Flossy. That's the dog's name. I don't know why that's the dog's name. Can I use blue? Yeah, I think blue will work. These might be too big. Okay, this is the part of the video where I feel obliged to tell you that these are not rehearsed. So a lot of times there's a lot of like not much going on in these videos, and that's like, let's see if we can cut this off. But the reason is like I want you to see how you just keep going. Just keep swimming, as they say. And that you can do that without a lot of preparation. Like, you don't have to be all prepared. You don't have to have a page design in mind. You can just, you know, start. And a lot of times, that's the most effective way for me to get anything done. Starting and having a deadline. Those two things are my best friends in getting things done. If I don't have a deadline, or I don't have, or if I just procrastinate, then yeah, that's kind of obvious. But okay, I don't have an O. I need an O right here. Can we use the little heart as the O? Probably not. Maybe. That looks stupid. Flossy. I don't know. I think it does look a little bit stupid. Yeah. I wish I had something that just had a little tiny O shape. Maybe the other part of the E. Yeah, that one. Alright. Yeah, I know. It's blah. Maybe not that. Alright, that works though. I think without the... And I will just put that other heart down there. Even though I said I was not going to do that. I did it anyways. Okay, this mess. I keep the sleeves so that I can just slide them back in. Okay, I'm back. And so I just need to write... I don't know what kind of dog she was. This Georgia Woods doggy was grandfather's fave. Alright. Nobody's going to be able to read woods. This is what I'm worried about in that album. I don't know what to do. Like what kind of pen I should get. So fave. I don't think anybody's going to get that either. Oh well. Ta-da. Done. Done, 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 done. Alright, let's do another one. Okay, so I went and got a page protector. and the album so we can just see where this is going to go. There is my phone. See, I don't have a lot of time for this. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So my daughter's texting me, and she texts me crazy things, funny things, and frequently, which I like. It's fun. It's a fun new thing. But I get all these like crazy looking messages, or a lot of messages on my screen here that I'm using to film these videos. So that's funny. Okay, so we've got. Okay, I see. Just trying to decide where this is gonna go. So, as you may recall, if you've seen the other videos, it starts out with, we're gonna have some, like, you know, beginning pages, and then we go into World War II, and then after World War II, retirement. Okay, here's Georgia. That works, because that's where the dog was from. Maybe there. And then his brother. Yeah, let's do it before that. But then I also have one about how much he hates cats. So that, I don't think that's going to go on the opposite side of that, which is what I was initially thinking. So I think it's going to have to go. Maybe there needs to be a little section about his personality. So that's kind of current times. Then these are anniversaries. And then we kind of go into death. Where are we going to put personality? Where would be logical? I think after anniversary and before the end stuff, so we do a little lighthearted before we get to the sad. Let's do that. So the I hate cats layout will go in this little section that I'm just creating now. That will be personality layouts. Okay. Yeah. So let's do this. Like fast. Because I gotta go. We got things to do. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is a big long letter about how he's trying to give advice to his wife's friend who is now dead. So he's telling her about what she should do with her life to make it better. And the part that I want to highlight is the funny part. Just one more thing. Get rid of those cats. Just because you like cats doesn't mean that everyone does. I bet if there were a survey done, you would find only one person in 1,000 that like them. And I am in that group. I do not like cats, period. I wonder how many men visited at your house and saw the cats and never came back. Not only are they smelly and aren't friendly and crap in a box, and then wait for someone to take it and clean the box. Never mind the expense to keep them. Did you have cats when all your husbands left? Could that be part of the reason? No, just one more thing. Get a job. Don't tell me you can't. For some stupid reason. Like, who will babysit the cats? Or, I can't. Anyways, he's frustrated with her. It's a letter that he's written, and it's one of those that you never intend to send. But he goes on a little I hate cats rant. So we're going to pick that out. And then the rest of it will become hidden journaling. Because not everybody needs to see that, you know. I think it's funny. But and I don't even think that he really hated cats as much as he's saying he did in this letter. I think he was just trying to give her some advice, like, you know, if you can't have control over your situation and you have cats that, you know, like, why not get rid of the cats so that you can get a little more control over your life. I get it. I get why she probably wouldn't have wanted to too, but anyways, the I hate cats part is what struck me as funny. So here's one. Get rid of those cats. Okay. So we're going to cut out this and this. Just these two paragraphs. And then the rest of them, I'm not sure how, but they will become part of some hidden journaling. So we just want to kind of keep these in order. So this is the beginning. Let's just cut them up into almost like 4x6s, but they aren't going to be perfect. Nothing is. Okay, here we go. So I'm sort of keeping them in order here. And then how am I going to keep them in order so if someone wanted to read them? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. Okay, I have an idea. Because if we put washi tape kind of on the backs of these, then they would kind of fold all up. I'm thinking like this. So I just need nondescript washi tape that will bend easily. It would be funny if I had some that had a cat theme to it. I'm just looking for that now. I'm pretty sure I don't have washi tape that has a cat theme to it. But this is just some, oh, that's actually really cuter than I expected. Green polka dots. So then what I was thinking is that this would fold up. I think that's not close enough though. Alright, so I'm butting it completely up, and then it will fold, and then it's not sticky this way. But that way I can slide it in. If somebody pulled it out, then it would all be together in the right order. I kind of don't want to use all of this because it's so cute. But I will again remind myself that I'm in a bit of a hurry. Okay, so just trying to see if this is working the way I think it will. Yeah, I think it will. Man, what did we do before washi tape? Seriously. Like, and I was resistant to get on the washi tape trend, but it is really, like, some of the cutest stuff there is in scrapbooking, and useful. There's probably other things we could do without. But let's keep washi tape. Don't tell me that's not still trendy. Because I think it's really just the greatest thing. Oh, there's more about the cats. Okay, so I'll tell you a funny story about my cat. So we got this little turtle looking thing that's like a cat house. It's soft, and so, but it's like a turtle shell. And so the cat can like go inside of it, and then there's like a little pad that the cat can sit on that's soft and stuffed, but it's like, you know, just a little round like a chair mat, but inside of this turtle thing. So the cat thinks that's like the most fabulous thing in the entire world. And she nurses it, and you know, like she sucks on it, and she does that like pawing motion. And then oh, that's it. So let's just fold these up. hopefully this is going to work so that they all stay together and don't make anybody mad. So that will just be in I'm thinking like a little, I need a little tab. Let's see. I don't feel like I have one. One that's going to be the same on both sides. Oh, here's something. I thought I had something. Okay. So when I'm more organized, I know where everything is. But I haven't been scrapbooking for a while, so I don't... I know basically where everything is, but not completely. I'll get back there. Okay, so I went over and just grabbed this sticker sheet and this polka dotted paper. So I can quickly cut this. This is the B side. I'm not that in love with it, so I'm going to cut it without guilt. So it's going to be 8.5 by 11. 8.5. Okay. There's the basis for the page. Now let's use that paper that we just used for the Flossy page, even though I think the back of this is really cute. I'm going to cut that to 8.5. So that's going to form that pocket like this. And then let's see how that picture's going to work, or how this is going to work. Okay, so we did want to have this text. I think we can keep it right there. And it's pretty funny that the cat and the trash can are right next to each other in the photo. So let's cut off the border strip at the bottom. So it'll be like this. But then when I adhere this, I want to make sure that I put a piece of tape like right here. So when this goes into it, it's not going to go like all the way down. You know what I mean. The first thing I'm going to do though is I'm going to sew all the way around. I'm going to do that off camera just because it's loud and noisy and not necessary. You'll get the idea. I'll show you in just a second. Okay, I'm back and I have sewed the pocket page, and it's like it isn't like a divided pocket page protector. It's like an actual old school pocket page, so like you can put documents in there. Like if you see I'm putting my hand in here, there's a place where it's going to stop, and I've used tape to make sure that it stops right there, because this is all folded up. This is going to sit here. And what I did was I just took the picture. What did I do? I think I went like this. And then I figured out where I wanted that to be. So I wanted you to be able to see it a little bit, but not a ton, because it isn't really about cats. It's more, this is more about financial advice. He was, you know, he lived through the Depression, and I think as people who've lived through the Depression, they really want to tell the rest of us, hey, don't waste your money and save your money. So that is, yeah, and that was something my grandparents were always, especially my grandmother, she was always about that too. Where is my adhesive? Here it is. So once upon a time when I make some videos for a class, I promise you everything will be all laid out. And probably not scripted, but I won't be screaming for where my adhesive is. We're just going to border that picture on white, and it's white copy paper, but it does the trick. I just want it to be visible. I want that picture to just stand out a little against the background. There we go. And now with this, I don't want it to just be this big block of white. I'm going to do my time-consuming trick of, you know what I've never done? Let's try it out. I don't know how it will work. I'll probably gum up my scissors, but let's try it anyways. So probably not taking, or these scissors seem a little gummed up already. Yeah, we can do it to these. They'll be my sacrificial lamb. So I'm just going to put the adhesive on the back of this printed out text and then cut it instead of using a glue stick, which is effective, but it seems like pretty time consuming. I think this is going to work just fine. Oops. So I used to find that, well, sometimes when I've done this little trick, I've double spaced the text, and I found you really don't need to do that. You can just single space it, and it works out just fine. But this is found text, so this is something he wrote. I didn't write, I didn't format, but it's going to work out fine. Yeah, so is this the best use of the more expensive glue dot runner? Probably not, but I think using a glue stick is probably going to be cheaper in this situation, but this seems like it's fast. And it's not gumming up my scissors as bad as I thought it might. I wonder how many men visited your house and left because you had a cat. So, I get it. I don't think litter boxes are awesome either, but I have found this litter box, because now I have a cat. I have found this litter box liner thing that makes it a lot easier, so I can completely clean it quickly every single day so it doesn't get disgusting. Because I agree, litter boxes are disgusting. Like, we all know that, right? They're gross. Crap in a box. Yeah, nobody wants that. But we've chosen to keep our cat as an indoor cat because we live on the water and there are a lot of water birds, including we've had some really large buzzards. I'm going to keep that crap in a box all together. Large buzzards flying around. I think they would be happy to eat a cat. Although I guess they probably just eat dead things, but we also have ospreys and eagles and a lot of, hawks. A lot of birds that I think might eat the cat. Not to mention raccoons, dogs, and all sorts of things. So we're keeping the cat as an indoor cat. So I'm kind of debating on space here if I have the room for, did you have the cats when all your husbands left? That's just horrible, isn't it? But you probably know you have some friends that you'd like to give a bit of advice to. So this was the kind of, as one of their good friends, and they all loved each other, but I think yeah. Alright, sometimes you just have to write a letter you never send. So there it is. Okay, what to do? What to make cuteness on this page now? Let's see. This is a fox, but looks a little bit like a cat. Let's see if we can. We'll now put a Brad up there to keep certain people happy. Just kidding. Alright, I don't have 3 of those little foxes, but I do like the fox up here. I think that's cute enough. Okay, this says this makes me smile, and this does make me smile. Because the whole story is kind of funny. I think that will be my title. And yeah, I think I was going to, what about this little cat? I think I like the little fox better than the little cat. But maybe we can put this little heart in somehow. I don't know. Oh, why not? We're just going to leave that. I used up the other heart on the other thing. What else? I feel like it does need to, these two need to stay. But that kind of leads right down to that journaling. So I'm good with that. Sweet baby. What else? We have a cat layout without writing hello. What do I think about that? I don't know. I think overthought process is probably coming into play here. Let's skip it. Call it done. Put it in the album. Make another page. Because that's the mode I need to be in. Just need to find a Brad, and I keep dimensional elements in, I haven't really pulled this out, but in these kind of containers. Hopefully we're going to open this up and find one right away. I just need a tiny one. That's not purple. But green could work. I'd prefer pink, but I don't see it, and I don't want to spend too much time looking. So we're just gonna, instead of having it go all the way to the other side, I am just gonna fold it down so that both of the brad prongs are going the same way, so it doesn't interfere with the back side. In which case, I do put a piece of tape there, but that works just as well. Hold on just a sec. Alright, I think that view is a little better. Let me know what you think. So there it is in the page protector. So this is going to go into the section that I'm calling personality. So beginning, World War II, retirement, home life, anniversaries. Then we're gonna hit a little bit of lightness and go on. So I envision myself making a couple more pages that will be like different personality type, you know, layouts before we get into the end. Yeah, which is a little sad. Yeah, yes it is. Okay, that's all. Thanks for watching. Bye. Oops. Okay, I have my page protector, and I'm thinking that the angle of this camera is, you're too close. I think I had you too far away before. Hold on, I'm just going to move the camera.